Okay, so I was watching RT like yesterday or today, and Biden, you had Lee Camp, like he's taking target at Biden instead of Trump now because Trump or me or whatever, I'm leaving the White House even though I was never in a White House. Uh so that's just crazy, and I mean somebody's going to have to explain that to me. Uh it obviously has something to do with like religion and like a goat just wandering away. Um I'm not I'm I you want to know something? I'm at a loss for words. I don't think I'll ever understand that. Like whatever happens in the next few months or whatever. He said January 20th. Whatever happens, or whatever you do in the future, until you kill me, I don't think I'll understand like the whole president thing or whatever. Like I'm Trump and some other schmuck is Biden, and then like you kill Biden later on and chop him up and like make him like into what is it, like chicken chow mein or some shit. Um yeah, I don't think I'll ever understand that, but and anyways, getting to Lee Camp, Biden's talking about like they don't know where the money's gonna, they don't know how to pay for some bullshit government program or something, or college education. Lee Camp's suggestion is to end all wars. And one of the things that he mentioned, okay, so this is where you know you're in the twilight zone, right? Is he goes end the war in Palestine with Israel. That's one of his suggestions, right? But isn't Lee Camp Jewish? I'm pretty sure that he would fall under the category of a Jew. He looks Jewy, right? So this is something. So what I realize, right? One thing I understand quite clearly from watching like bullshit shows, and then also just uh what do you want to say, where you disseminate information on YouTube. One of the things that I picked up is that nobody likes Jews. Okay, so that there's this idea that because nobody likes Jews, right? Whether it's Middle Eastern people or Japanese people or Chinese people or like whoever else, right? That somebody like Putin, he goes, well, because nobody else likes Jews, right? I'm not gonna like Jews either. I'm not gonna like them either. I'm not. It's like I'm going to have the same mentality when it comes to Jews as all these other scumbags that don't like Jews. Okay, here's the only thing though. Okay, if you're somebody like Putin, you can hate Jews all day long. All day, every day, 365. You want to know what's funny? It doesn't change a goddamn thing. Okay? That should be pretty obvious. If somebody like Putin wants to hate Jews, you can hate Jews every single day of your fucking life. Okay? The fact remains is that you have bigger problems than Jews, you would think. Right? Using common sense. Dude, I don't know how to put that into some sort of an analogy. It's like saying you're dying of a heart attack, right? But you want to fix up or you're like bleeding to death. Some immediate serious situation, life-threatening situation, right? Now at this point you're probably already dead, because this is like something that you take action on, and like Well, like this shit that I'm talking about, you take action on something like this back in like the 70s or whatever, right? So at this point, we are completely lost. Like there's absolutely no chance of. I have absolutely no optimism for any sort of resolution to what I'm talking about, but like you're dying of a heart attack, right? And you're like, well, I gotta go make like a like a gingerbread house or something, like whatever, like whatever bullshit thing you can possibly think. Like you would rather do something, maybe a cuckoo clock is like a better analogy. Just something that is it's not a necessity for you to persist through time. Okay, so there's that or whatever, right? So yeah, so what else do I got here? So the whole thing with the rainbow vitamins, right? Should I talk about that? So I mean, you want to know something? Like you might say to yourself, "Oh, you're not right about all these things or whatever." Well, think about this, okay? If I'm right about you poisoning me, right? If I know that and you know that and you got all your gay fucking rainbows up cuz you're all having like gay butt sex with each other or whatever it is you're doing, okay? If there's Russians watching this shit right now, right? Let's see who's right. Okay? Let's see who comes out on top, right? What are you going to do? You going to change your identity? What is the point? You want to know something? If you're Russian, right, or Ukrainian or whatever you are and you have an idea that you're going to change your identity, there's no reason for you. The shit that you did back to me in the 90s, back to me, or back in the 90s or whatever, you took my father's real estate business and all this other bullshit you did to me. You can make an argument. There's no reason for you to do that because you're going to lose your country. You don't have the same. If you change your identity, the original country that you exist as, Russia or the United States or whatever else it is, you're not gonna have that anymore. It's almost like you have to change the name of your country or something. You can be like, oh no, it will remain the same name, right? Yeah, it can remain the same name, okay? Or whatever, or like maybe your clubs can remain the same name, like a golf club that you have or some bullshit, whatever you want to say. But the fact remains, the person who founded that club, and their image and their identity, they're like your ancestor. That shit is no longer a thing. So I don't even know what to say to you. Like, just it makes no fucking sense. Okay, so there's also that. Okay, so anyways, so I got one more thing to say about some asshole. He's like a Nazi trust fund baby or something. There's this guy, he's called the Nomad Capitalist, right? Now, the way that this information is flowing, like, there's two explanations for this shit, right? Either you tell me something, right, that's not true, and then you use your energy, which I don't have time for shit like that, but like if you assholes want to make some sort of an illusion real, like you would say something, right, like on one channel, and then you would try to keep that fire lie fed, so it doesn't die out. So, but here's the thing. I saw there's for that Boyko on RT, she has this little whoop-de-doo whatever where she's like watching the World Trade Center like disintegrate or some shit. I don't know exactly what the representation of her. I'm guessing it's the World Trade Center. Like I don't know what else she would be watching. Like I don't know what else we would be talking about. Maybe somebody being killed. Like I'm not exactly sure where what the representation of that is. But she says this little like 1 minute like thing or whatever, right? About me finding common ground with people that potentially share a close identity with me, and how everybody else is like they're going to college and they're just going to like they're in a fraternity, so they don't have to be smart. They don't have to study. They're gonna get straight A's guaranteed because their father went there, and you get the idea, right? So something along the lines of that. I mean, that's how I'm interpreting it. Okay, so uh she makes this thing or whatever where she says that, and then about like having people who you're familiar with, right? Like what is the idea of like not having people you know and you can trust? Okay, so that must have something to do with like the Chinese like completely taking over, because like the think about it, like if you're dying of cancer, there's no idea that like somebody can be like, "Oh, I'm dying of cancer, but I got to eat healthy and stuff like that." Like think about it. If there was a situation where some doctor told you had like, 6 months to live or something, you would just start doing all kinds of weird shit. Like, you could do anything. You could kill somebody. It doesn't matter anymore. You got 6 months to live, right? But anyways, getting to the idea here. This guy, this nomad capitalist, right? He tells me a story, some bullshit story about him going to having a house in Bogota, Colombia. Okay, and then it coincides with the Boyko commercial shit. I think it does, right? What she's saying and what that guy is saying is your country is like done, like the industrialization of it or whatever is over. So basically, assholes in this country, the United States, or maybe white people in different parts of the world, the only thing that they're one of the only ways that they're able to make money, to my understanding, like I don't know, I'm thinking it's money. Maybe it's like some sort of higher quality of life. I don't know. I'm thinking the way it makes sense to me is that you're going to make money. Okay, like what is this? Like like what is that song with the pina colada? Is that? It's like there's like some bullshit song where there's some guy's laying on a beach and like he's just wasting away. Oh no, that's like wasting away again in Margaritaville. I can't wait to hear that fucking song on a gas station intercom, or like with some bullshit place or whatever, Chipotle or something. But anyways, think about it. Are you talk? I hope you're talking about money, okay? Because if you're not talking about money, okay, I don't understand how that mentality or ideology doesn't directly fit into like 1970s nuclear war, okay? Uh, like I said, if you got 6 months to live, it technically doesn't matter, right? You could kill somebody. Okay, but anyways, I'm thinking whatever he's doing in Bogota, Colombia, right? let's say this. I thought about that dude, right? He's German. I can see that just by looking at him, right? And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what is this asshole doing in Bogota, Colombia? Dude sticks out like a sore thumb. Do you know what I mean? Okay, and not only is he dumb as shit, okay, for being in Bogota, Colombia, but the fact remains is that he's telling people to go to different weird parts of the world, like whatever, like Kabul or some shit, like Afghanistan, okay? And like, oh, you can make a life here. You can make money or whatever, right? Yeah, you can make money. You know what you can also do? You can die there. Okay? So think about it. They're coming here, right? They're fucking everything up, right? You're going there and everything is in their favor, so they're fucking shit up again for you. Okay? Yeah, you want to know something? My father told me this shit, and I'm saying this shit to you. Okay? There's no such thing as utopia. It doesn't exist. I got news for you. I'm the coronavirus. You know what I realized more than anything? The moment that I wake up, because I don't dream anymore for some reason, I realize that I wake up into a nightmare. And I got news for you. If you don't think you're in the same fucking boat, you're living in some sort of weird fantasy, some optimistic bullshit. That if you want to believe that shit, you can. I got news for you. It's not real. This shit is coming to an end. Okay? You're burning the candle at both ends, or at least that's what that stupid German Nazi scumbag trust fund baby wants you to do. He wants you to burn the candle at both fucking ends. Good luck with that, you fucking assholes.